You bet. Great folks at Abeta Weed. Be
Absolutely.
loyal, buy local.
Yes,
And
yes.
they'll keep your property looking great, and they'll show you how to do that too.
And we're back. Open up. Thank you so much for staying with us. We have a quick little demonstration here that Gary is going to perform. So, Gary?
Okay, what I'm going to do is muscle test to show what the energies of a cell phone does to the body. And first, we'll just check to see if our subject is strong or not. So I'll have you put your arm out. I'm going to press down with 2 fingers. Okay, and you resist. 1, 2, 3, resist. Okay, now pick up the phone with your left hand, and let's do that. Let's do that again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, resist. Notice the difference? Okay, now we'll just put. Okay, keep that on. Okay,
Stay
we
by
just
the
put
mic.
a mineral wrap on his arm with the cell phone there still. Now we'll try that again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, resist. You notice the difference?
Oh my gosh. That is it. Wow.
Thank you, subject, Carlin.
And if I keep it on, I'll talk about it at the end of it.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
Gary,
And-
tell us what just happened here.
Okay, well, what we're showing is that, first of all, a cell phone de-energizes cell function. It interferes with cell function. So it's not good to, if you're going to have your cell phone, everybody has one, of course, try to keep it away from your body as much as possible. When you talk on it, try to keep it away from your body. But if you are going to do it, then get protection. And what happens with the mineral wrap, it just simply negates that toxic energy. As you saw, he went weak as could be. He was a strong guy. I couldn't push his arm down before. When he took that cell phone up, he went down like nothing. It was just, and this works. I've never seen it not work with anybody. And then what we did, of course, we put the mineral wrap on his wrist, and then his body started to pick up these beneficial energies, and it gave him, and it allowed his body to function and to negate the toxic energies of the cell phone. So it's a way for, it's a protection against, the harmful effects of cell
But
phone.
we can
Thank
do
you.
that with water. If he takes your water, all these different water bottles that we were buying, it's actually weakening us. And so when we put this by the water that we're drinking, even if it's a water bottle,
I can show another example with that water bottle if you can bring that over here.
now he's wearing that wristband.
Sunshine, what
Yes.
else did you want to say to the viewers about, you mentioned something about women, something you wanted women to
You
know.
know, there's something in the Bible. It was the women at the well. The woman at the well. She went and told the whole city, and the city heard the good news. And it's like, women, you're watching this. We have a mouth. We have husbands that have farmland. We have families. We have grandchildren. You can buy these and try these out. Put them in the bed when you sleep. Put them in the car. I have an electric car. All that electricity is going to my body. I put that in there. It literally, I can change. I feel a difference. People that are on antidepressants, they're depressed. Drink the water. Put that by the water. Sleep with it. You're going to start noticing the medicines changing. You're not going to need the medicines like you used to. But really, it's the water you want to get into the body because we're 70% water. So it's changing the structure of our water within our
very good.
bodies.
Thank you. Okay.
I can do one more demonstration that shows how
Okay.
this works next to the water.
Okay.
We'll first test to see how energizing this water is, and we'll do the same muscle test we did before. So go ahead and hold that in your left arm. Let's go ahead and take this off. Okay, go ahead and put your arm out. 1, 2, 3, resist. Okay, now we'll just go like this. And that would simulate having this next to the water line with the water flowing by it. Okay, now do that again. 1, 2, 3, resist.
Why do I have so much more energy? I could
Your,
not.
your cells are picking up the energy in that water.
Just that fast.
That fast. It happens immediately.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gary. Sunshine, talk to us.
When he was doing that, the farms, the animals, he has so many testimonies of what's happening with the animals. I have a husky. I had to drive it all the way up to Sacramento. I'm like, what am I going to do with this baby husky? And I remembered, he said the farmland. I stuck that in there with the cage, peace the whole way up. It's just amazing. So, Gary, why don't you tell people how they can put it on their electrical?
Yeah, the energies work, and they'll piggyback any electrical flow, any water flow at all, any flow of any kind. And what they'll do, for instance, you can set this next to the electrical panel, And of course, you have electron flow through
To
the
a house.
You know, but
Right.
that's toxic. And I can show how that weakens the body too, because it's not natural energy. But we can put this next to the electrical panel, and as those electrons are flowing by it, it literally will suck up these energies like a magnet, and then pass them throughout the entire home, through the lights, through the appliances, and so then it's a power generation source to fill the environment up with these beneficial energies, so you have more natural energies in your home, which in turn leads to a more tranquil environment.
Yes. What's the shelf life of this item again? Does
Well,
it have a shelf life?
According to the way nature works, the soil, we don't replace the soil. I mean, there was an experiment done by Van Holcomb in the late 1700s where he took a pot of soil and grew a tree in it from a seed, and then after 5 years, he removed the tree, which had grown to 160 pounds, it had grown into a tree. But then he weighed the soil to see how much the soil weighed, and the soil weight had changed by 2 ounces over a period of 5 years. So where did that tree get all that? It's not like he depleted the soil, but he was watering that plant, but he was watering it with distilled water or rainwater, which meant there were no minerals in it. So what that experiment taught me was that plant was picking up the information from the minerals. The material form is there to hold the information, just like a computer, just like our bodies. Our bodies are, they hold spirit, they hold energy. When that energy's gone, you're just a clump on the ground, And in the same way, a computer without the information is worthless. Well, but the purpose of that computer is to disseminate information. In the same way, the physical composite of minerals and elements and different compounds is there to hold the information that is then used by the life form. So that's what...
So the farmland, so the animals are actually producing and laying more. You want to talk about that? More eggs, more
Sure, yeah.
puppies, more, just like the fruits and animals. I mean,
Well, for instance, one of the first trials that we did in India was with chickens, with the poultry farm. And we had a control barn and then the barn with structured water. And the observations we saw was that the chickens that received the energized structured water were more peaceable. They weren't, and the other chickens were agitated. We had higher weight gain, and the coloration of the feathers with the structured water barn was white, whereas the coloration on the feathers of the other barn, they were mottled. It wasn't as clean a color, and we also see reduced mortality rate, which is a manifestation of a healthier chicken, healthier animals, and that's what we've seen across the board. Over the years that I've been doing this.
that's
with
from
farmers.
drinking the water. So we want to give our kids the water. It's just...
Yes.
Well, Gary, we've got folks in 18 countries out there watching this, and they're probably going to want to know more about it and how to
Yes.
contact you. Why don't we put up your information right there? Gary Greenfield and greenfieldnaturals.com. Greenfieldnaturals.com. I'm going to
And-
be going to your website and checking it out. Now, you said, Gary, this is your first time in Bakersfield. Where do you live?
Well, I spent most of my time since 1975 in North Idaho, and for the past couple of years I've been in Florida. That's where I grew up, and just recently I've been in California because I've determined this is where I believe the product's going to launch. I've been doing research for years in development, and we finally developed the product line to where I'm satisfied with. I've reached the vision, that I was envisioning, the product that I was envisioning. And I think California is the best place to put it. One, we've got the worst drought, in modern history going on here.
Right.
And with our product, we can save farmers water, even if it's 10% for the cost of the product, which is very economical. It's worth it. But like I say, we've seen water savings of up to 75%. And so it's for that reason alone, I believe the product has a very can have a significant input.
Have you picked a city where you're going to be based? I'm
Well,
just interested.
I'm based in Salinas, right now.
Salinas, all right.
Salinas, yeah, that's where my ag consultants are that I'm working with, and so we'll just go from there and hopefully spread throughout the state.
But he's open to Bakersfield, so we're here for Bakersfield.
Right, and I wanted to say you're here in Bakersfield, Sunshine.
Yes.
And Chris, do we have her information, her local information here on screen?
So
Chris.
anyway,
Sunshine.
we're excited.
Yeah.
Gary's here, and he's here for Bakersfield for those and for those farmers that want him to come out and get them
Chris,
started.
do you have Sunshine's information, please?
There
It is. Sunshine Eileen Mitchell, 661-345.
You know what? That's an old one. That is not mine.
Well,
number.
what it-
661
378
3408.
3408. Okay, my apologies. Wrong number. But if you'd like to get in touch with Sunshine Eileen Mitchell in reference to the Greenfield products, she is here local here in Bakersfield, and you can contact the show Open Up, because you heard them first here on Open Up.
You bet.
And so we'll go to a break, and we'll come back and hear some beautiful angelic music, Don.
I can't wait. Let's go.